The following is a presentation of Bigg's Media Services.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
What exactly are we talking about?
Politics.
Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Bigg's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Bigg's Golf Talk.
America is talking and
yakety yak.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Bigg's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack. Now we'll talk.
Bigg's Golf Talk is presented by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup by participating in a local qualifier near you, and there's a big one coming up, the 36-hole major, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Bill, the GolfFather, Cuebas, and I will be there in person covering the event, doing a live show as well. Bigg's Golf Talk is also sponsored in part by ShotScope. Data is power. Encore Golf. Photo Ball Marker, McNally 22, UFO Tour Golf, Ready Putt, and Spider Divot Tools. Connect with Bigg's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golf Bald. Subscribe to Bigg's Golf Talk on YouTube and iTunes. We're available in the Google Play Music Store, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and the Alexa devices as well. Big John Vick along with Bill the GolfFather Cuebas, our website, www.biggsgolftalk.com, BIGGS golftalk.com. Head on over there and enter the contest. And as a matter of fact, we have our June giveaway to announce our winners a little bit later on in the show. And the new contest will be posted on Monday. Billy, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Biggs.
Billy, you are right now in French Lick Resort covering many different events that they are having at French Lick Resort. But the latest, the Symetra Tour in French Lick, Indiana.
Yes, the Dunross Classic is what I'm covering now, yes.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk more about that a little bit later on. But recapping our live event back in Indiana. Billy, what a weekend it was. Indianapolis, Folds of Honor, and supporting the mission of never leaving any family behind on the field of battle.
Yes, absolutely. It was a good weekend for us. The show went really well. We had a lot of good guests on it, surprise guests, and it went really well. The event went really well. We played really well. We had fun with our partners, and the event went really good. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Absolutely was a great time, and although not a big event, but a quality event to support the families. So that's what we're there for.
And that's the most important thing, spreading the mission and getting the word out and helping grow. We have to grow the chapter, and the events continue. There's more events on the table this year than last year. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but the point is, in the end, if we make $1, it's one more dollar than what we had, and the point is to spread the word, and this way we can help this mission continue to grow.
Something you and I are committed to is visiting every chapter under the umbrella of the Folds of Honor, and hopefully one day we'll get to Detroit, we'll get to Texas, get to St. Louis, Kansas City, and some of those other places. We never been to Chicago Folds of Honor as well. They've been around for a very, very long time. But our next stop with the Folds of Honor is Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Yes, that is their first gala that they're going to have, their first official chapter event up there. So their big one, rather, because they had one Golden Bear just a couple of weeks ago. But this is the granddaddy of them all. And it's, of course, the big gala that they're going to have. And I'm really looking forward to participating in it and helping grow Colorado. There's a lot of love out there, but helping them spread the mission, being that they just became one of the newest chapters like New Mexico, is a priority. We need to help spread that word and let all people from all areas of Colorado, from Denver, Colorado Springs, anywhere where they're at, let them know that, hey, we're here, help us grow, and we're going to help, support that legacy.
And just a little over a month away, we venture to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, something you're not used to doing, flying into a town that I could drive to.
Yes. Yeah. It's big difference. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been up into that part of the country to golf or anything like that. And, it's going to be my first event of 2 events this year up in that area. So, while it's the first one in Wisconsin, I'm going to have an event up in the UP, and then I get to go back into Wisconsin for Green Bay Packer game and stuff like that. But I'm really looking forward to this 36-hole Tito's Vodka Challenge out there. It's a big event. Natty Gilbis is going to be out there. It's 3 days, it's going to be huge. It's a big event. We go up there, I believe, Thursday or Friday. We're up there, and I'm looking forward to participating in it and, doing our live show, after day one. I believe we're doing our live show.
After day one, we'll be on the stage doing a live show. And rumors have it that we're going to have Natalie Gulbis on Bigg's Golf Talk.
Yes, that'd be cool. I believe we had her on a while back during the PGA show.
Yes.
So, I think it's cool, to have her on. She's doing a lot more media stuff, and she has her own show. And they were just in Mission Inn Resort, which I was happy to see that, they were covering that and doing that on their show. So it's good. I like... we have a lot of people that are doing media and cover different things, and we're not shy. We have them all on our show. It's about helping grow this game, and if you're a good person and you have a good cause, we want to help share that.
Space is still available. If you can make it to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, $500 per team. That's $250 per guy for 36 holes of a big-time golf course in Lake Geneva, Geneva National out there, and you're going to have a great, great time. 36 holes, and then all the parties, all the Titos that you can drink as well, and big-time swag from Tito's Vodka, U.S. Golf Challenge, and more. $500 is very reasonable for a price of a 3-day event. That's in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And you could be a part of it by visiting usgolfchallenge.com or biggsgolftalk.com and sign up through there. And we will love to see you in person. You never know what kind of swag Bigg's Golf Talk might have at this 36-hole challenge.
That's right. We got a couple of surprises in there we always bring with us when we do live shows.
Absolutely, absolutely. Really quick, before we get into our first break, I just wanted to talk about a new story. John Daly. We all heard about John Daly he had to be treated in Uniontown, Pennsylvania hospital. So he got bitten by a recluse spider that I guess eventually he caused him stop breathing. And, those spider bites are nothing to take, too lightly either. Huh, Bill?
No, not those brown recluse, man. They start eating away at your skin and your everything. It starts really tearing it up. My daughter that serves in the Army, I believe she got bit twice. Once while in training and once in Texas. But it's no joke. I mean, the damage that it does internally to you is no joke, and they're dangerous spiders. And unfortunately, you don't know. And even when we were in Oklahoma, we weren't sure if that's what bit Major Ed.
Yeah.
So those things, I mean, they cause a lot of damage and quick. So I'm glad that he's okay. I'm glad that they were able to resuscitate him and stuff like that. It's the first I've heard of it. I've been really busy. I haven't really been online much.
Right.
But yeah, that's the scary situation.
John Daly, a big supporter of the Folds of Honor, and as we're in the story, they're showing him in the Folds of Honor shorts. John Daly will not be playing the British Open after being denied the use of a cart by the RNA, and the official reason for Daly's withdrawal was medical condition. The RNA said Tuesday Daly has an open exemption due to his victory at St. Andrews in 1995. Daly was replaced in the field by Kevin Streelman, who learned about his fate and playing spot via email. So, a lot of people are really ripping the RNA, but folks, you gotta understand something. That's not the United States. So the doctors and stuff like that, he has to go through a process within that country in order to get the right documentation for the RNA. He has the proper documentation for the USGA, but he did not have the proper documentation for the RNA because they probably do not accept, doctors' notes or whatever, the documentation here in the United States. So he probably needed more documentation than that was provided, and they probably wanted him to see a doctor of their own, But John, he's unhappy about having to withdraw. But if I know John, he'll put his head up high and get on to the next tournament and hopefully do well. So we wish John nothing but the best of speediest recoveries, and we hope he feels better very, very soon and gets back to 100%. Big supporter of the Folds of Honor, Bill.
Yeah, I know. We love John Daly. He does so much, for Major Ed. He just hosted a big thing down there in his house, and a couple of our buddies were there along with Major Ed. He truly believes in the mission, and he grows with it. We've been privileged to see him, whether it be on stage singing for the Folds of Honor people. He just continues to keep going year after year after year, event, just like, Gary Woodland. These guys are in for the long haul, and that's what we need. We need the guys that are in the public all the time and serve the mission well, and they do it.
On the show today, we have a great show for you today. On Par with Amanda is back here on Bigg's Golf Talk, your golf life report. Brendan Sweeney from French Lick Resort is going to be joining us. Fred Altvater from Back 9 Report is going to be joining us. Tour Edge is going to be joining us. And Bigg's Product of the Week. All that in the next 2 hours right here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Up next, it is On Par with Amanda. We'll be right back right after this.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is in its 5th season of identifying the best two-person amateur teams in the country. 8 teams and 4 flights in 2 age divisions represent Team USA in a Ryder Cup-style competition with their international counterparts in the King's Cup. We're looking for amateur golfers like you. The King's Cup is played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the King's Cup begins with a local qualifier. Over 100 local qualifiers will be conducted throughout the U.S. beginning in February. By finishing in the top 30% of their local qualifier, teams earn their way into the USGC Kings Cup National Qualifier. The USGC is also looking for golf courses to host qualifiers. For information or to search for a local qualifier, the USGC website is www.usgolfchallenge.com.
This is a commercial for golfers. Take the next step to improving your game with ShotScope and discover your strengths and weaknesses. Analyze statistics on your clubs, tee shots, approaches, short game, and putting. ShotScope V2 is the golf watch that combines GPS distances with automatic performance tracking. Once you have it, you won't want to play around without it. Check out ShotScope.com to take your game to the next level.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm going to do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
It's time for commentary, opinion, and controversy. On par with Amanda. And here's the golf diva, Amanda Robertson.
Good morning, everyone. This is On Par with Amanda. Welcome to Bigg's Golf Talk this week. We are going to dive right in, but real quick, just wanted to give a brief update. It's great to be back. I got to spend a little time with the guys in Indiana supporting Folds of Honor, and you heard our live show last Monday, and what an awesome group of people supporting such a great cause. I hope you guys jump on the Folds of Honor website and really pay attention to what's going on with their events. They have some awesome events. Obviously, it's great to support, but it's also a great way to just dive into really some fun people. I had a great time with the guys out there. So happy to be home and back into the swing of things, getting back onto it for On Par with Amanda for you guys. So last time we chatted, we got into talking about feel versus technique. So a lot of the young guys on tour and a lot of the up-and-coming teachers as well really have bought into the idea of having everything you do on video, everything you do pinpointed down to, 1 second clips at a time so they can see every little move. And while I think that there is some really positive things by being put on camera and seeing your swing, there's some things that the naked eye cannot catch. I think it's great. But there is something to be said about feel, and what makes a great golfer great is the fact that they're able to work on technique, but when they step out into tournament mode or competition mode, they know how to rely on their feel and what they're doing to get them around a golf course. It's all based on what they've practiced. So yes, technique is very important. And, tearing down a golf swing, depending on what level you're trying to be at, I never think it's very wise. If you've been playing for 40 years and maybe you just want to work on one thing, sure, work on it. But there's no need to tear down your entire 40-year-old built golf swing. And I think that can play a really dangerous game. But I think a lot of times I suggest to the players that I help with their games, whether they're young kids or they're older, I really suggest that they go out and practice feel. What does it feel like to chip a ball 10 yards versus 20 yards? What does it feel like to hit a putt, a lag putt that's 40 feet versus 20 feet? And this is really key for me. So I grew up in a small town in the middle of California, and started learning golf later in life, and the golf course that I learned how to play golf at was a pretty decent muni. But you're gonna get some thin lies, you're gonna get some tough shots, some bunkers that are more dirt than sand. So my instructor always told me, we got to get you out here and have you pick up on feel. I want you to feel these things, because when you're in a tournament, you're not going to be pin seeking and tearing down your golf swing with a camera. When you're out there in competition, the only thing you have to do is to control your adrenaline and your nerves and be able to rely on something that's somewhat instinctively present in your body from practice, and that's feel. One of the best short game, I guess I call him an artist because he is actually a good friend of my instructor's, and he is just incredible around the greens. And growing up watching him play and practice, he always relied on feel. So when you look at the greats like Phil Mickelson, when you look at Tiger Woods, why are they successful in what they do? They bring the two together. There's a nice marriage between technique and feel. But this late in the game, when you're stepping onto the first tee, they're not going back to, I got to keep my arm tucked in, I got to keep this at a 30-degree angle. Nothing. It is strictly based on, all right, I've hit this shot before, let's recreate it every time. So I've talked a lot about feel and technique, and while I'm a big proponent that you have to have both, I think sometimes feel gets shoved aside, especially when we're teaching young kids and the first tee programs and things like that. We really need to exaggerate what is it like to not have to be so mechanical, because I think that's what hurts golfers in the long run anyway. So I had somebody write in, and Ben made the comment. He said, one of my first instructors only taught me feel-based things. We didn't work with a camera, and we didn't work in a studio. The only things he had to help to teach me were physical devices, whether that's shoving an alignment rod down in the grass or throwing a heavy weighted ball a certain distance to get a feel for chipping. So I love this, Ben. I think that's ingenious. So I was a softball player that transferred over to softball kind of late in life, and I remember my instructor putting a softball in my hand and saying, okay, if you were going to throw this to me, how would you throw it to me? I'm like, well, what do you mean? I would just throw it. And he goes, okay, throw it. What would you do? So I kind of went through it. And the moral of the story is that I don't think about how to throw a softball when I go to throw a softball. It's inside of me as a feel. I know if someone's standing 20 yards from me or 40 yards, I can throw the ball accordingly. So why can't I hit a golf shot accordingly? And that is the epitome of what true feel on the golf course is. So I love it. I want to hear more about this. A lot of people live, breathe, eat, sleep through the studio, and that's great. But I think there's got to be a happy balance for the game to really move forward and strive. So moving on to this week, I have a very cool topic I want to talk about, and that is CBD oil. So for those of you that are already prejudging this conversation, because you know me, and those that don't know me, I'm going to enlighten you to take any, preconceived ideas about me having my opinions on this. So I've never done a drug in my life. I've never smoked weed. I've never taken a drink of alcohol. I'm that person. And that's for purely personal preference. I just don't. So what a lot of you are sitting here thinking is, how can you have an opinion on CBD oil if you know nothing about? But that's not true, because CBD oil, I've done my research. In fact, I'm a huge health nut, and I've done a lot of research in CBD oil because, as we all know, it is not the same as smoking marijuana. So with that, they are finding more and more tour players using CBD oil, and it's helping sleep patterns. It's helping overall body functioning. It's helping with so many things that these players are now using it on tour. So the reason I want to bring this up is not so I can preach one way or the other about CBD oil. The idea behind it is, should it be legal on tour? Well, the fact of the matter is, the tour right now, their opinion on it is that, look, we're treating it like any other supplement, which their rule is it's acceptable because it's just a supplement, but you better be sure that CBD oil, the stuff that you are getting, is only CBD oil, and it doesn't have other things laced in it, because it's not going to be their fault if you get a random drug test on tour and it pulls positive for other stuff, the THC count. So, with that said, there's a lot of tour players that are doing more. So Scott McCarron said CBD oil has changed his sleep dramatically and improved it. He said he follows his sleep patterns using a device called the Whoop, and I guess a lot of athletes, NFL Olympians, baseball players, they use this device to track their sleep. And he said for the first time in about 2 years from wearing this device, I took the CBD oil, started on a Monday, and I had my sleep patterns fall into the green section, which is really great sleep. It's saying that you're actually sleeping into deep REM and all of this. So for 7 days straight, for the first time, he said, I took CBD oil at night to help me sleep. So obviously, the better the sleep you get, the more well-rested, the more your body has time to recover, not only physically, but mentally as well. So if you've ever taken a golf lesson and gone out and worked, and it's hard because it's a new move that you're trying to accomplish, but then you go home and you sleep. I cannot tell you how much this means, because it happens to me all the time. You come out the next day and it's like your body has reset, and that move is now easier. It's like you slept on it. And so this CBD oil is obviously showing up more in the entire, I guess, United States than ever, but more in the golf world. And a lot of, the things that have been said are that, like, the tour players that are a little older, or they've, have injuries and whatnot, it's helping with those in the longevity. Now, this is why I gave my disclaimer at the beginning, because I know a lot of you probably that know those things about me probably are sitting here saying, well, why? You would never think that was acceptable to take CBD oil. But the truth of the matter is, I'm all about things that are fair and equal. So if the tour doesn't see a problem with this and everyone has the opportunity to take CBD oil, whether you choose to or not, everyone's given the same opportunity, then I can't be mad with that. I think we're so hard on the tour between the rule changes and the, they have so many things going on and we're always jumping down their throats. But at the end of the day, the players really don't seem to have an issue with it. So, I mean, we've heard Bubba Watson, David Toms, Vaughn Taylor, like Kenny Perry, Tom Kite. So a lot of the older players are really finding that, it's helping them, and overall, I think the thing that people don't understand is that CBD oil is different. A lot different. And if you do your research, you'll find out why. You'll know why CBD oil isn't just like you sitting down smoking some marijuana or some weed. But you're not getting high off of it, but you're getting the good qualities of the cannabis. So what I have to say is this. To each his own. And I think that obviously some of these people that are really in pain and struggling, if it's not illegal on the tour, then it's not illegal, and use it. Use it to your benefit if it makes you feel good and it makes you feel more able to not only function daily, but function at a high level on tour. I don't personally think it's enhancing anyone like a steroid drug or anything, but I do think it's allowing players to physically feel better out on the course. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I really would. It's such a touchy subject because at the end of the day, it's a drug, yes, but it's, I don't know. I think about all the good that CBD oil has done for those that have seizures, those that have, epileptic symptoms. I've heard stories, and I know actually a few families that in the beginning had to move to Colorado because it was the only place that they could get the CBD oil. And their daughter went from having 100 plus seizures a day, which is basically quality of life is you're not living, 100 plus seizures a day down to about 5. Talk about life-changing. It's incredible. So I see the great thing from CBD oil, but, separating that from golf and a playing performance standpoint, I really want to know what you guys think about this. It's the current news, and it's something that's going to continue to grow and grow in the industry. And so let me know your thoughts. Write in to Bigg's Golf Talk, BIGGS Golf Talk at gmail.com. Make sure you put On Par with Amanda in the subject line so I know you're talking to me. Also, reach out to me on Instagram. I am A Robertson Golf, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's get talking, and let me discuss some of your comments in next week's On Par. So until next time, folks, keep swinging for par.
That was a great segment by Amanda Robertson. Keep swinging for par, people. Keep swinging for par. On Par with Amanda, sponsored by Backswing Golf Events. Listen, folks, if you're looking for classy ladies to come and raise money for your event or your charity, as a matter of fact, BackswingGolfEvents.com is the only place you need to go to and book these lovely ladies for your event to raise money and entertain the golfers in your event. Backswing Golf Events is the place for your event today.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out BackswingGolfEvents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap, already providing over 10,000 scholarships. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Pot, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Pot.
This is the Golf Live report on Travis Harper. Golf Live had the chance to score a great tee tip from Bobby Steiner, the director of instruction out at the Horseshoe Bay Resort outside Austin, Texas.
I bet you like to hit a good tee shot too. Now, when it comes to how far any one of us can hit the ball, we're all limited. Some more so, some less so. We can't help that. But what we can do is maximize our chances by getting fully wound up behind the golf ball. And I want to talk about how to do that. Today, it's about a 270 tee shot. In order to hit a 270 tee shot, you've got to first of all think about a 90-degree angle. The first 90-degree angle is shoulder turn. And how do you measure that? Well, from the perspective you have there, if you can see the middle of my back, then you know I've turned 90 degrees. And 90 degrees is the first step to that 270 drive that we're looking for. The next step in getting your 270 is another 90-degree angle, and this time it's wrist cock. How do you measure that? Wrist cock, 90 degrees of it, is measured by the angle between the left forearm and the club shaft at the top of the backswing. If you're maximizing your wrist cock, it's another 90-degree angle, and you're at the second stage of getting your 270 tee shot. The third 90-degree angle is arm swing, and that's measured by the upper arm of the right arm and the lower arm at the top of the backswing. That is arm swing. I should look like a waiter holding a tray, glasses at the top. And if I've done that, I've accomplished the third leg of the 90-degree angles on my way to 270. And let's not forget then that 90 plus 90 plus 90 equals what? 270. And that's how far you can hit the ball if you maximize with all three 90-degree angles.
As always, for the best video golf tips, gear reviews, course and travel features, and PGA player profiles, check out GolfLife.com or follow us on Facebook.com/GolfLife or on Instagram @GolfLifeTV. I'm Travis Harbert, and that is this week's Golf Life Report.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard, so you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The Caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Golf Dots is a unique, high-resolution ink transfer to personalize your golf game. Golf balls, golf shoes, clubs, Golf Dots can personalize it for you. Golf Dots conforms to USGA rules and doesn't alter the trajectory of your golf ball. Tour proven on all major tours, Golf Dots is designed and made in America. Many styles to choose from that will fit every golfer's personality. New styles are being released on a regular basis. To order your Golf Dots, visit www.golfdots.com and enter promo code BIGGJOHN15. That's Big John, BIGGJON 15 for a discount on your Golf Dots. Golf Dots is available in many golf shops, such as the PGA Tour Superstore. The website for Golf Dots is www.golfdots.com. That is golf.dots.com, or call 847-829-4238. Personalize your golf game today with Golf Dots.
Golf Talk for golfers on Bigg's Golf Talk. Back to Bill the GolfFather Cuebas and Big John Vick.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, on iHeartRadio, on Spotify, on your Alexa devices. Big John Vick along with the GolfFather Bill Cuebas, wrapping up our number one, as you heard earlier, our recap of what we did in Folds of Honor, Indiana, Indianapolis. Oh, what a weekend it was, Billy, right after the event was over. And I mean right after the event was over, after the 18th putt there on the 18th hole. You had to put those golf clubs in the car and head right down 3 hours south to French Lick Resort.
And that's what I did. I packed my bags. I had everything set, and boom, I was gone. And I got there, and it was a great way to go. You know, it's a nice, comfortable, easy ride. It might seem long, but it's easy. And you get to see a lot of country up in here. It's, you know, a lot of greenery. So it's pretty neat.
I gotta tell you, though, I was actually riding with Bill Cuebas in Indianapolis from the hotel to the golf course to Prairie View, and we didn't talk about this on a live show. But all of a sudden, I felt the car shut off, and all of a sudden, when he took the foot off the brake, the car started up automatically. I'm like, what the hell is that? Well, I just found out that was my very first experience in a hybrid.
Yeah. So. I'm not a big fan of that kind of vehicle, I can tell you that. It kind of throws me off because the car shuts off, and you still get air and everything else, but it's just a weird feeling driving it. So it's almost like a golf cart.
Yeah. It seems to me, Billy, it's an annual thing for you to visit French Lick Resort. I have yet to be there. I'm looking forward to being there in the future as soon as I do get that invite down there. But it seems like every year you go for a different purpose. What was the purpose this year?
This year is for the Symetra Tour. It had Road to the LPGA, and this is a nice, big, huge event. It's either the second or third biggest prize of the year. The winner potentially could win what it costs like half the year to play in all 24 events on the Symetra Tour. So it's actually really huge. But you know, more importantly for me, I was here for the Sweeney Cup. So I was here. So that was a huge event. So we got a double dip in here. We got the Symetra Tour girls here. They're playing the Donald Ross course, which is amazing. The greens are tough, but you know, hanging with Sweeney and trying to take them down. They fell victim to the Silverbacks like the rest of us. But Sweeney had a Silverback team too, but his Silverbacks weren't quite as good as Fred Altvater's. So, but overall, it's good. It was a great trip.
As a matter of fact, Fred Altvater will be joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk a little bit later on, and maybe I guess Billy might be razzing him about that a little bit later on.
Yes.
But let's talk about what's happening out there with the Symetra Tour. And seems to me, Brandon Sweeney, French Lick Resort is really reaching out to all aspects of golf, whether it be the Champions Tour, whether it be the LPGA, whether it be the Amateur Championship, whether it be Symetra. You guys are really opening up your doors to every facet of golf, aren't you?
We are. Hey, guys? Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it, Billy. Thanks for the for your visit down at French Lick. And hey, Biggs, whenever you want to come down, just call me in a few weeks in advance, and we'll make sure your credit card's good. And, we'll take it.
that includes you guys drinking on my tab, right? Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
all the Tito's vodka is going to be on me, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I you know what? For all the listeners out there, I've only done a couple body shots in my life, and your body is not one I want to do one off of.
I love you, Brandon. That's all I got to say. I love you.
So, hey, we're live from the Ram Rebel pickup truck studios here in the parking lot of French Lick, Indiana.
Hey, hold on. Let me call my sales manager. Let me make sure we get an invoice for that spot there.
We can do whatever you want. But, yeah, we're here for the third year of the ladies' Road to the LPGA, the Symetra Tour. Got a little pro-am today. Played with Leona McGuire, one of the McGuire sisters out of Duke University, who won the national championship last year. And we got the second biggest purse on the Symetra Tour. And these girls have been great. They're really great ambassadors for golf. And we're really looking forward to the next few days of some solid golf. And capped off with a great event today. We came in second with the Sweeney Cup, which is my little media event that I have. We got 20 guys from around the country. Billy, we're glad that you're here. Got Ryan Ballinger sitting next to me. Hey, say hey, Ryan. Hey.
Hey, Ryan.
And, yeah, we're chilling out, man. We're getting ready to go. Have a little grub tonight and a couple cocktails. And then the competition kicks off tomorrow.
What does it mean to French Lick when you open your doors and you see these ladies compete at your golf course? And Not that French Lick needs to be put on the map, because many people have heard of French Lick Resort, and many people have very good things to say about the resort. But what does it mean to French Lick to say, you know what, we're opening our doors to all facets of golf?
Well, we've always had a dedication to use golf as a launching point. Back in 1996, the town was pretty much deprived of a lot of the assets that went into like running a resort. Our resort's been around since 1845, and between West Baden and French Lick, we call it the Valley. There's two little towns. We have two hotels, the West Baden Springfield Resort, which is 248 rooms, and the French Lick Hotel, which has 486 rooms. The hotel, casino, meeting space. When the renovation started, we had 373 employees in a town of 2,500. And when it finished, after $600 million, we're now up to 1,700 employees. So we really changed the lives of a lot of people around here. And if we can use golf as a catalyst to make that happen, we're doing it pretty well.
Bill, being out there, do you feel like it's a different atmosphere for you each time that you're out there? I mean, how many times is it now that this makes for you to be there?
Honestly, I think it's like my third or fourth trip that I've been here, Biggs, and I still haven't gotten to explore everything that I've wanted. There's so much that between the West Baden and French Lick Resort and the golf courses that they have here, horse trails, the gardens, the history, the tours. There is so much here, Biggs. And now they're going to be noted as the best breakfast place on the Symetra tour, because every girl has loved the breakfast here. So they're known for so many different things that I still haven't seen. I haven't even gone to the pool yet during all my visits. They have a spa. There's so much stuff here to do. One trip is never going to be enough, Biggs. I got plenty of trips. Yes.
Hey, Billy, what size Speedo do you wear?
That what? Speedo?
What size Speedo do you wear?
What size Speedo?
Extra small.
Okay, I'll get me an extra small or extra large. I don't know, whatever. I'll fit in it. Don't worry about it.
If you want him to pop out of it, it's extra small. If you don't want to see anything of him, make it a jumbo umbrella size.
I don't know if French Lick could handle me in a Speedo. I don't think I can.
Hey, just remember one thing. A French Lick is always better than a Hershey Kiss.
Absolutely.
There you go.
There you go. Always.
As a matter of fact, Billy, somebody mentioned about you going around. Oh, it was John Duvall who said, hey, you know what? Going around Frenching everybody is not so cool.
Yes. You see? I'm becoming infamous already.
Yeah. And the good news is I'm buddies with the chief of police. And the great news is he can be on the town in 5 minutes, so we're all good.
Okay, good.
But I tell you what, we have two wonderful hotels with two wonderful pools, and during the Symetra Championship now, we have 35 girls that are from different countries. So it's a worldwide event. It really is a great thing. And in October, we're having the Senior LPGA Championships, our third edition of that, and there's another 17 countries represented from there, too. So,
and you know what, Mr. Biggs?
Yes.
Ask Sweeney about his shoes. I loved his shoes his golf shoes that he has.
Yeah.
And it plays a big part of everything that French Lick is doing, for charity and stuff like that. And, when we talk about everything that they're doing for golf, women's golf, LPGA, Symetra Tour, Senior Tour, and everything that they have, that they're offering, they never lose the fact of the charity aspect. The Symetra Tour is helping people with Homes for Habitat, I believe it was. They built a house. Huh?
It's this is our third year with Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
So in Orange County. And with the Senior LPGA Championship in October, we have a parent company. It's called Resorts Charities International. And it's a charity arm that we started a 501c3 that we put on in these golf tournaments with. So anybody that makes a donation or you buy a salad auction on them, whatever, it's all tax deductible. So our big thing here in Indiana, besides the Folds of Honor, which we're all close to them, is the Riley's Hospital for Children up in Indianapolis. There's 92 counties in Indiana, And Riley's Hospital touches all these kids. It's like St. Jude's down in Memphis. And every year, for the last, 9 years, we've been dealing with all these kids. And the great thing is the kids come down for the Senior LPGA Championship and the Legend Tour event that we used to host. And we watch them grow up with all these debilitating, sicknesses and illnesses that they have. And, hope happens there is their tagline. And we've been fortunate enough to have these kids come through and watch them grow up. And it's crazy because when they were 6 years old, now they're like 15, 16 years old. You're thinking that, kids in a wheelchair, he's, poor kid, but now they're teaching us life lessons on how golf is affecting people. And you look at Dennis Walters, who just got inducted in the World Golf Hall of Fame, and you think of, wow, this guy's, he's got a disability, but it doesn't change his life. He inspires others. And these kids from Riley's have inspired the whole resort in the town and the whole community of French Lick. And it's just been a wonderful experience. And me being a dad of 3 kids, I'm totally blessed that they're all healthy. Every day I wake up and I thank God that, I have this opportunity to make something good. So.
Yep, absolutely. Well, what do these shoes look like that you are wearing there, Brandon?
Oh, so yeah, that was a question.
Yes.
So yeah, my daughter Megan, who is now 13, so when she started this, she was like 6. I would get a pair of white shoes, and she was a pretty artistic kid. And I said, hey, draw me the Riley's tent. Their logo was a wagon with like 2 little kids in it. So I gave her a picture with a pair of white shoes and a bunch of Sharpies. And every year she makes me a pair of golf shoes, and she puts them on the top of them, a little Riley's wagon and whatnot. And the last 7 years, I've gotten a great pair of white shoes. And today I had my last year's model. I wear them for a year and then I retire them. But I'm sorry, that was my 2-year model was there. Last year, we had a young child. His name was Caleb. He passed away, and I gave the shoes. They had a little RIP of Caleb on the shoes. I gave them back to the parents. It was pretty sad, but it's reality, life. It is what it is. But they loved it. I mean, I wore them, and I'm like the honor. Steve Rondinero for the Senior LPGA is our honorary starter, and they have the kids like announce the ladies' names. He's on the first tee. I'm on the 10th tee, and then during this championship, I'll be on the first tee. But it's sort of it's my little thing that I do, and it ties my daughter in the whole thing, and it makes us feel a little bit better about things that we do every day. It makes life a little bit better. But these kids, they're wonderful. They're warriors. I mean, you talk about the Folds of Honor that Billy that we're involved with, but the Folds of Honor guys, they fight for these children that we're fighting for.
Right.
So it's about America, baby. That's how we roll.
It is. Well, your shoes inspired me too. That's why I was like, wow, look at them, and you see the message behind it, and it touches you. It reminds you, there's a lot of great causes out there, but children and the sicknesses and watching them. I've seen them. It's the first year, their inaugural season, I was part of, and it's amazing. They touch your heart and your soul. They really get to you, man. And I saw the shoes, and it brought back all the memories. And why we're blessed that we do have the children just like you, that they don't have major issues and stuff like that, and people take that for granted, but it helps realize and put things in perspective. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just fills my heart with these crazy things that life is so worth living. It's we take every day for granted. We complain about minuscule things. They mean nothing.
Yep.
And these kids just breathe life into you, regardless. You had that child that passed away, and I bet you he didn't once take it for granted that he was alive, and he did what he wanted to do, and I'm sure he enjoyed you and everything. So God bless them all, and I'm looking forward to the senior tour so where they can keep doing and keep growing and keep helping these kids and everything else. And I just love your shoes, man. I can't say much. I just love them. They touched my heart when I saw them.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I mean, we charge I think $15. If you go to Ticketmaster and you look up Senior LPGA Championship at French Lick, and you go to Ticketmaster and you buy a ticket for $15, every dime from Ticketmaster goes to Resort Series International that goes to Riley's. All the money goes right to them. So if any of the listeners out there, you're going to buy a ticket, but you're not going to come to French Lake to watch the thing.
Right.
But you want to make a donation, buy 100 tickets, it's, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that.
It's a good way to make a donation. And it's still somewhat off your back to do that. Or, 10
and 100% of the proceeds are going back. You can't beat that. That's an excellent value. I mean, you said it's right there. And I didn't know that until you just mentioned it, which is always good. It's good that knowledge is power. And now we can help promote that. Go to Ticketmaster, get your tickets, $15, 100% of the proceeds, whether you're going or not. It's a donation. It's a 501c, I believe you said?
501c3, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's donate. You give, you get back. It's a beautiful thing, man. These kids deserve it. They deserve a fighting chance, and you guys will help doing that.
Besides support,
it's cool. We've had some great ambassadors, and every year. I mean, the Riley's Hospital for Children. It's there's 350,000 kids crossed over the threshold of that hotel every year.
Wow!
Every year. Think about that. From 92 counties in Indiana. And they're, every day is cutting edge. But that's in every state. It's everywhere. So, you know what? God bless you guys for putting the message out, not only for Riley's, but for the Folds of Honor and everything with that. But, the ladies of the LPGA and the Symetra Tour. The Symetra Tour is great. There's only 10 girls. Only 10 girls are going to get their card to become LPGA members next year. And they have 350 girls that are on the roster. So if you look at the NFL and all the players that are playing on the NFL, and to make it there, maybe it's 2,000 people or whatever it may be. The numbers are so minute. And if you look at the Corn Ferry Tour, that's going on the old web.com. These guys are grinding out every week for a paycheck, trying to make it to the Biggs. But we have the experience right now, Billy and Biggs, that to meet these girls in their coming up stages.
Yeah.
Not only on a local level, but on an international level. And from a resort point of view, to have 35 countries represented, I mean, we could not ask for anything more.
Absolutely.
And then to take that message and to give the ladies of the Senior LPGA Championship their glory, which they respected. And looking back at the LPGA before Mike Watt got in there, you had Carolyn Bevins and the commissioner before that, they really did not plan for the future of these ladies. And what we're trying to do is give them a couple of extra shekels in their pocket. You look at the founder of Jane Blaylock or Joanne Carter or Nancy Lopez. In a couple of years, I mean, Annika Sorenstam's eligible to play, but I wish she would play. She's not playing.
Right.
You look at Carrie Webb, she's got a couple more years. She's coming up to go do it. I mean, we're going to be on TV. We have a deal with the Golf Channel this year.
Awesome.
October 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Brendan?
And then the following year, we're going to stream it. So we'll get on your bandwagon and pump out the message.
Brendan, we're all short on time here, but it's a great couple events here, Senior LPGA and the Symetra Tour being at your facility. But how can people find out more information about actually visiting and participating what you have going on at French Lick Resort?
Well, I tell you what, if you can't figure out how to use the internet right now, they probably should have been listening to your show.
True that.
Yeah.
So you type in www.frenchlick.com. And you know what the cool thing is? My email address is bsweeney@frenchlick.com.
There you have it. As we wrap up hour number 1 here on Bigg's Golf Talk, Brendan Sweeney, thank you so much for joining us here.
See you, buddies.
Coming up next to kick off hour number 2, Tour Edge Golf will be joining us. We'll be right back right after this.
Still using an old golf GPS watch? It's time to upgrade to ShotScope. ShotScope isn't just a golf watch, it's a fully automated golf performance tracking system on your wrist. ShotScope gives you access to over 100 tour-level statistics. Get putting analysis, short game breakdown, even find out how far you're booming your driver. All data is captured automatically by the groundbreaking ShotScope golf performance tracking system. ShotScope, the ultimate golf watch. Find out more at shotscope.com.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is in its 5th season of identifying the best two-person amateur teams in the country. 8 teams in 4 flights, in 2 age divisions, represent Team USA in a Ryder Cup-style competition with their international counterparts in the King's Cup. We're looking for amateur golfers like you. The King's Cup is played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the King's Cup begins with a local qualifier. Over 100 local qualifiers will be conducted throughout the U.S. beginning in February. By finishing in the top 30% of their local qualifier, teams earn their way into the USGC King's Cup National Qualifier. The USGC is also looking for golf courses to host qualifiers. For information or to search for a local qualifier, the USGC website is www.usgolfchallenge.com.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother! We can do this together!
All right, let's go!
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know!
I know!
You don't! Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No! Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this!
You will rock this!
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Bigg's Golf Talk with Bigg, John Vick, and Bill the GolfFather Cuebas.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk here on iHeartRadio, on Spotify, and on your Alexa devices and Native Family Radio as well. As we kick off hour number 2, teeing up on number 10, BGT is sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in a local qualifier near you. Visit usgolfchallenge.com to find that local qualifier, or go to biggsgolftalk.com, and hopefully you can represent Team USA in the International King's Cup. Later on, we'll have some qualifying locations for you here on Bigg's Golf Talk. That's going to be closing real soon that you can sign up for. Now, as we tee it up here on number 10, I have my HL3 driver in my hand, ready to smack this thing. And Billy, ever since we were introduced to the HL Series line a couple years ago, I tell you what, buddy, they have Tour Edge, has a great thing, and actually coming out with a new HL line. But I got my offset driver, and I didn't realize how impactful this offset driver, the HL3, is by allowing me to hit straighter shots, and you've been witness to that.
Yeah, I agree, John. You've been hitting a lot straighter since you switched over and got fit to HL3, but I'm really excited what this HL4 is going to do for you. It comes with a lot of different properties now. I'm trying to see how they could up it. You know what I mean? Because they always come up that every year with an extra to it to give you that, whether it be straighter or a tighter disbursement. But Mr. Glad does amazing features inside his lines, and yet they still keep it at the pricing that they do. And I don't know how they do it, John.
I don't either, but it's just amazing on what they do. When you think about it, these drivers that's costing $500-$600, but for somehow Tour Edge is able to keep their technology and keep it at a reasonable price, and that is what's so impressive. And let's not forget about the lifetime warranty.
Yes. How could you not forget about that? It's incredible. And we've actually gotten to visit Torres headquarters. So we know that they have all their stock in their place. If something goes wrong, they have it, and not for nothing, has some dust on it. So I don't think a lot of their stuff is breaking down. So I think they're pretty good when you can have something for years and years and years and have nobody. And we even saw your bag there, and your bag is God knows how old. So they keep everything and their word.
Yeah, it's like a museum there when you go there and you see all the old bags, from years. I mean, my bag's at least 20 years, and I still have it. And it is amazing. It's amazing what that warehouse looks like. It's amazing how they function and how they got the upstairs where we got a private fitting, and it was just an amazing experience. Absolutely. Let's talk about the new HL4 line, designed to be the leader in custom fit performance value. Tour Edge, golf's most solid investment, announced the launch of their new line. Hot launch for drivers and fairways that feature all new designs and technology, producing extremely high MOI properties. HL4 is the fourth release in the award-winning Hot Launch series from the Tour Edge founder and Master Club designer, David Glod. Joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk, John Claffey's joining us. And John, I'll tell you what, the HL3 really put everything in perspective with what the golf with the offset driver. I mean, for me, it helped me hit straighter shots, and I'm sure as many golfers, straighter shots means longer distance, making that ball roll forward, but keeping it at a reasonable price and still continuing to do that with the HL4 line. Get fit, spend less, and play better is your motto for the HL4 line. You guys got to be impressed with what's happened over the last couple of years with the HL3 and HL4 now.
Yeah, thanks for having me and to talk about this, but because we think it's really important for the majority of golfers to kind of know that there's an option out there for them where they can get custom fit into the four major areas that you need to have the right specs to your swing, and that's exactly what we're doing with Hot Launch 4. So this is a line that comes in drivers all the way to wedges, and we really are trying to open up the custom floodgates to custom fitting for millions of golfers that maybe haven't considered it before. Our research shows us that the majority of golfers that are going in to get custom fit are your better players who are low handicap players, and we're targeting anybody with a 10 handicap or above to go get clubs that are more suited for their game in the first place. So, like you mentioned, there's an offset model in the driver and the fairway that helps kill slices, and that's going to work way better than any of the adjustable drivers can do because this is built-in technology. So from the get-go, this club is made to really just control slicing. And, we make these clubs to be extremely forgiving. We make them to have higher lofts in a lot of cases, so you can actually get all the way up to a 13.5 degree driver in the HL4. So we're trying to make the game easier, and we're targeting the majority of golfers. Whereas, the way that everything is kind of working in the industry these days is everybody's going up in price. They're following the leaders up this price ladder. And so we're looking at $500 drivers, $600 drivers, $700 drivers. Well, the HL4 is a $200 driver, but it has all the technology of these big guys. So the big difference in the HL4 over the last hot launch iteration is that we've raised the MOI across the board. We have about a 12% increase in MOI, and we did that through the shape of the driver and the fairway wood. So basically we have a longer design from face to back. There's no skirt in the back, so it's really high MOI. This probably won't mean much to your listeners, but it's a 5,000 grams per cubic centimeter MOI, and that rivals that of $500 and $600 drivers. So you're getting all the forgiveness that's coming in this new technology. It's loaded with new innovation, but you're getting it at $200. So, and you're also getting the ability to get custom fit.
The people that you're targeting, they've sort of been left out for a long time in the industry because a lot of them can't go to these upscale places and drop $3,500 on a set of clubs and stuff like that. I was working on an article just recently, and a guy that I golf with for 20 years, he hasn't gotten fit, and he was like, well, I don't need to get fit. I shoot 90s. I do this, I do that. And I was like, you're playing with the wrong clubs. I'm not even a professional and I know this. So, we set everything up. We took him. We found out been playing with the wrong clubs, of course, and made a huge difference in his game when he was set up. But the only thing, like from traveling and everything that I've seen is the lack of people sharing the Tour Edge line. It's like, because not for nothing, but bang for the buck, you can't go wrong with Tour Edge. It's offering the forgiveness for the golfers, that are in our handicap range from 10 and above, and the price that you guys have it, the price point that you guys have it, is incredible. So I'm guilty. I've encouraged several of the guys that I golf with to go to our local Golf Galaxy or go to Dick's. Get your specs, find your specs, and then go on touredge.com and see where you fit in that. And two of them bought their stuff. Another one just bought the 3-wood a couple of weeks ago, and the other one bought a set of irons. You look at these things, you're like, how it improves them by just and the price point that you guys have. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe. Are you sure? I was like, you can't go wrong for the value. You can't do it. It's like you guys are being eliminated where, because of the price point as opposed to what your performance, because you're performing right there along with everybody else.
Bill, let me just piggyback to what you're saying here about people going to other places, but they can also go to touredge.com and find a fitter, and it's really benefits you to find and make that extra step and see if there's a fitter near you and drive there to get fit, because not only, you have your specs, but something else that Tour Edge goes a step further by your grip size, your shaft flex, your length, and all that stuff is very important as well, and that's something Tour Edge covers. But so let's touch on that, John Claffey. Let's talk about what Tour Edge is doing for custom fitting, and you guys are actually expanding locations as well, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the whole idea here, is that custom fitting should be for every golfer. A higher handicap golfer is going to benefit much more from getting just this simple custom fitting process done than a guy who's a 2 handicap or a scratch golfer. This is going to shave 10 strokes off your game if you're playing the wrong specs right now. So this is how it works. We're going to have over 800 fit bags across the country that you can go into. It's the HL4 fit bag. So you'll go into an account, a retailer, and say, hey, I'm here to, try out the HL4. I want to get fit. I'm just looking for a driver, or I'm looking for a set of irons. And so they'll do the process with you of just taking some swings and analyzing your swing. It'll take about a half hour. And let's say you were just going in for an HL4 driver. They will send that order to us with the right specs. If they place that order by 2:30 Central Time, we are guaranteed to ship that order back to that store or directly to the consumer's house in 48 hours' time. This is a special program that we put together that has totally changed the custom fitting aspect. I think other manufacturers take weeks and weeks for you to get your custom order. We have it to your door guaranteed within 48 hours. So really kind of changing how people are viewing custom fitting, because, as you mentioned, the price points are right. You're getting all the latest in technology. You're getting great performance, and you're getting it for, a fraction of what you'd be spending on this new way of golf club pricing in our industry. So it's really kind of changed the way people are looking at custom fitting. We're trying to get more and more golfers to consider it because, as you said, our motto is get fit, spend less, play better. You do not have to spend your kids' college tuition to have a better golf game. You can do it easily, and you can do it quickly by getting custom fit into HL4.
Now, there's some outlets out there that obviously won't carry this fitting bag for whatever reason, saying that their price point, whatever the case might be. But see, folks, let me make it clear from a guy that lives on a budget. Me and Bill both probably live on budgets. All right, we're the type of guys that we are looking at discounted tee times. just like some of you out there. We want to pay as little for golf as we can to play as much golf as we can. That goes with our equipment, too. Pay as little for our equipment, but still want the performance. Does this make sense to everybody out there? Follow me here.
Yep.
Okay? Some of us don't make 50, 60, 100 grand a year. All right? Some of us are working paycheck to paycheck. This is where Tour Edge comes in. Tour Edge, the driver especially that I play with, I don't play the irons yet, but the driver I will speak totally, and I play the 3-wood.
Yep.
Tour Edge gives you an option to pay less, have just same or above technology that some of the higher price clubs have, offers you lifetime warranty, the 48-hour turnaround to your house or to the store that you're ordering from, costs nothing extra. Am I right, John Claffey?
Yeah, you've nailed it. I mean, it's not just about price, obviously. These clubs are better suited for your slower to medium swing speeds, your guys that are trying to get, super game improvement clubs. And that's where, the lofts are a little higher. The faces are more forgiving. Obviously we make great product. We have plenty of professionals using our stuff. And, I think we just actually this week at the U.S. Senior Open, we had 19 clubs in play, and we surpassed the 500 club mark in the last 18 months. We've had 500 different clubs in play on the 3 different PGA tours. And that came with 11 victories and a crazy amount of top 10s. So we make clubs for every player. But these clubs, the Hot Launch, they're designed to help people play with ease. And so, like the ironwood that we have, the HL4 ironwood, it's a hollow body iron that is a complete set of basically driving irons. And we have made it all the way from 3-iron to pitching wedge. And this has revolutionized hundreds of thousands of people's games. I probably get 2 emails a day that are unsolicited saying, hey, listen, I picked up your ironwood, your HL3 ironwood. It's changed my iron game completely. It's just, it really has just made me longer, straighter. And my Golf Spy just named that HL3 ironwood the most forgiving in their super game improvement test. And that was last week when they named that. So when you think about what do you want out of a super game improvement set, you want forgiveness. That's the key. That's what you're looking for. And so we won that award. And it just goes to show that David Glod has every single golfer in mind, from your best player in the world to your mid-range weekend warrior to your beginner. And it's all about making this game of ours a little bit easier and a little bit, so you don't have to swing as hard, but you're getting that high launch. That's what Hot Launch is all about, and that's what this new line is all about. That's why it was really important for us to concentrate on new designs, raising the MOI. MOI is moment of inertia, and it means resistance to twisting. So what it means actually is that the driver, the fairway was every club we made with a higher MOI is going to be more stable through impact. And that means it's going to keep the ball straighter. So it's more forgiveness. So it's all about, here's a golf club more suited for you. You don't have to go buy the Callaway Epic that costs $600 just because you see it in play on tour. Is it the right club for your game is what you should be asking yourself. And that is why we are filling a niche that really no one else is concentrating on with this HL4 line.
I had actually a statement, and I'll be quick because I know we're running short on time. The price point that you guys have, just to put in perspective for our listeners, what you're paying for it now, I remember paying for clubs of, nowhere near this quality, maybe 10, 11 years ago. When I was buying my stuff new like that, I was paying that price 10, 11 years ago. So that's what I'm saying. The performance that you guys are giving, for who you're doing, we got too many guys playing the wrong tees, the wrong clubs because, I saw this guy playing it. Well, you know what? We're not Tiger Woods. We're not, Kafka. We're not none of these guys. We're us. We need to fit to what we can play. You know what I mean? And I think, this is perfect for that guy that wants to break into that 10. You know what I mean? It's a stepping stone. It's a good price point where, you know what? when the new one comes out, hey, I only paid $100 and change for this. I didn't pay $600-700. I can upgrade. And that's the biggest fear for a lot of people. They can't upgrade as the equipment gets better. And with this line, you can continually grow with it.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a great thing.
Absolutely. Affordability, lifetime warranty, get fit, spend less, play better using Tour Edge. And John Claffey, we're short on time here, but how can people find out more information about the HL4 series that you guys have coming out?
Yeah, go to touredge.com and read up about, what this is all about. It's totally different from anything else out there. It's all the latest in innovation, but it's at great prices. And you're going to play better with these clubs, especially if you get custom fit. And there's no other company that's got anything like this in the custom fitting arena. So we are extremely excited to try to make the game of golf a little bit easier for you. And this is your roadmap to do so.
And also, you're going to see some heavy marketing materials on the Golf Channel. So you're going to see some information about the HL4 series and all over the marketing realm, if you will, about this series. But they're making it affordable for you to play more golf and have fun doing it and still perform well and maybe lower that score a little bit more using the HL4 series. Check them out at touredge.com. John Claffey, Vice President of Marketing, thank you so much for joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk, my friend.
Thanks for having me, guys.
More Bigg's Golf Talk coming your way. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Have you ever seen a tour pro line up a putt with a dirty ball? No way. A clean ball rolls accurately, and accurate putts mean lower scores. The solution? Ready Putt. It's the putter cover reinvented. Ready Putt has a patented ball cleaner that's made to absorb and retain water. All you need to do is add water, and it remains wet throughout your round, giving your ball the perfect shine. It also has a magnetic surface to hold your ball marker and divot repair tool. Let's say you switch putters from round to round using a blade, mid-mallet, or large mallet. Ready Putt Original has you covered. Look, putting is hard enough. Accurate putts start with a clean ball, and a clean ball starts with Ready Putt.
For more information about Ready Putt, visit ReadyPutt.com. That is ReadyPutt.com. Clean it and sink it. The Spider Divot Tool's revolutionary new design is better for greens and makes ball mark repairs easy. No sharp ends or dirt in your pocket, the Spider achieves amazing results with little or no skill. With a simple push-pull action, the Spider makes ball marks disappear quicker and better for a smoother putting surface. The Spider includes a magnetic ball marker and is made of milled aluminum to last a lifetime. It also makes a great gift for your next tournament and that special golfer who has it all. The Spider tool from Instagolf is a must-have in every golfer's bag. For more information about the Spider Divot Tools, their website is www.spiderdivot.tools.com and enter promo code BIGG Golf Talk to get 10% off your purchase. www.spiderdivot.tools.com. The Spider Divot Tools is the official divot tool of Bigg's Golf Talk.
Golf Talk for golfers on Bigg's Golf Talk. Back to Bill the GolfFather Cuebas and Big John Bigg.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and on your Alexa devices. Big John Vick along with the GolfFather, Bill Cuebas. Amanda, the Golf Diva, having a day off. She's busy doing her competing right now, but we should have her back soon, and we hope you enjoyed her On Par with Amanda segment that she sent in to us. Billy, as we talked about earlier with Brandon Sweeney and you being in French Lick Resort, the Midwest offers so much good golf that it just does not get the right notoriety. And you being in French Lick, we were in Indiana earlier on at Indianapolis, but you are continuing on to French Lick and still out there right now. But how about Ohio? Now, nobody's really heard of, when you mention golf, nobody really mentions going to Ohio, do they?
No, and the thing is, I have a friend, our next guest, that I've been talking to for years, and I still haven't gotten out to Ohio to golf. It's a destination that I want to visit, and I really want to play. And he's going to be able to tell us more on how we can get out there, great places to golf, and how much we can look to save by going out there.
Well, you and I are not shy of bringing media cohorts on here on Bigg's Golf Talk.
Not at all.
People that host their own shows in a different fashion. We certainly offer a unique style here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Fred Altvater is also a media Mongol, if you will, on TV and podcast. And Fred,
Mongol that's a good word, guys.
Fred, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk, my friend. First time appearing here on the show, and welcome in.
Hey, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Always have a great time when you guys are around, and we get to see each other a few times a year. Just talked to Billy here today in French Lick. We had a good time over at the Donald Ross Pro-Am today on the Donald Ross course here at French Lick. What a great track. And, Billy, you probably didn't have any three putts today, did you?
No, we didn't have any three putts, but, you guys ended up being the champions, so hopefully next year I'll get to come out and try and steal that nice trophy away from you.
You give it your best, buddy, but you got
Well, to be fair, being that Fred did bring it up, when you're as old as he is, you allegedly get to hit from these silver tees while the rest of us hit from the back tees. So they were hitting from like 100 yards in. So, and what I didn't like is that, we eliminated the fact that the front tees are the women's tees.
Right.
But now we got this silver back tee. So if you have silver hair on your back, you get to play for them. And, it was just incredible how they stacked their team with silverbacks. It was incredible.
There are some advantages to age, guys. Very few, but there are some advantages. So it was a lot of fun.
Fred, being 51 here, that means I get to take advantage. I got a lot of silver hair on my back here. I could take advantage of that when I'm in French Lick?
Well,
you got to be 65.
65 for this event.
65.
A while to go.
Wow.
Yeah, 65, Big. So you got 14 years to look forward to hitting with the big boys, while Fred will continue to go farther and beyond us.
And probably it's a 180-yard drive right down the middle, right out there.
I think they putted every time. They only had putts left. They were that close.
And
it was like they were hitting pitching wedge in. That's how old they were playing.
And Billy probably has a better handicap than you and I both.
Yeah. But it's a real handicap. That's the thing. I'm changing my birth certificate. I'm going back to a different one. I'm going 65 next year.
You guys are always testing clubs. You're always playing with different clubs, so you don't have any consistency in your game. I got the same old clubs I've had for the last 10 years, so it's all the same.
Is that what it is? That's it. I'm not changing clubs. I'm staying with the same clubs now. I'm going to start traveling with my clubs.
There you go. Fred, you're based out of Ohio, and when you talk about golf, you really don't hear Ohio being mentioned into the mix there. But boy, oh boy, you have something really cool out of Toledo, Ohio, called the Arthur Hills Trail coming, and you're trying to get some notoriety out there. Let's talk about that track.
Yeah, guys, for a long time I have said that, everybody knows about Michigan golf, right? There's 800 golf courses in Michigan. There's all the great places, Boyne and Forest Dunes and Arcadia Bluffs and Garland and on and on and on, all the great stuff. But, in Ohio and even around Toledo, Toledo gets a bad rap, like Cleveland did for years, but Toledo gets a bad rap. But I'm telling you, we have great golf there. And, Arthur Hills, who has designed over 250 golf courses around the world, is based out of Toledo. His company is still there. Steve Forrest runs it. and another young man. They still are very active. Arthur is kind of retired at this point. But we have a lot of Arthur Hills golf designed courses around Toledo, and they're excellent. And being in Toledo and southeast Michigan, northwest Ohio, they're not nearly as expensive. If our golf courses were sitting near Cleveland or sitting near Chicago, they'd be $75, $85, $100 a round. But in Toledo, you can pay $45 a round for a top quality golf course. You can pay $20 for a replay. You can play 36 holes for around $65, guys. You can stay. We can find you rooms to stay in for $80 or $100 a night. And it's, what a deal. For $200, you can play golf. You can play 72 holes of golf in 2 days and stay a night and have a great time. And you don't have to drive, for hours and hours. They're all these courses are within 45 minutes of Toledo, from Ann Arbor to south of Toledo a little bit. We've got Maumee Bay State Park, which is an excellent facility, just kind of east of town, out on Lake Erie. Great Arthur Hills design. We've got Stone Ridge down at Bowling Green, Ohio, that the University of Bowling Green plays on. It's a great track. The Legacy Golf Course is right along the Michigan line. There's 2 golf courses in Ann Arbor, Leslie Park, and also Stone Bridge. So we can really hook people up. Guys, if they want to come on a buddies trip, or girls, you want to get her for a girls' golf getaway, I'll also hook you up with a spa deal. We got great restaurants in Toledo. We can put all the packages together to come to the Toledo area, play great golf courses, not spend a ton of money, and have a really enjoyable time, guys.
Let's talk about what kind of courses that we're talking about on this trek and this trail. Arthur Hills is known for what there, Fred?
You know what? Arthur Hills, of course he designed stuff that fits, where he's at. It's not like a Core Crenshaw kind of thing or a Gil Hanse. He's not really a minimalist per se, but he's not a Jack Nicklaus or an Arnold Palmer either. He builds golf courses that are fun to play. He has some typical designs that you will see at some of his golf courses, like, a carryover of water for a par 3. Pretty much you'll have that at every golf course. He'll have a par 5 that will have kind of bunkers down the middle and have kind of like a split fairway. You kind of go left, right, and you got to decide what you want to do. And then the rest of it is kind of just fits into the land, whatever he has to deal with. And he designed golf courses for, about 30 years. So he's seen it all, had done it all. The golf courses that we have on the trail are very highly maintained. They're all excellent quality golf courses. I would not be afraid to take anybody there, and any of the courses on our trail, and just everybody would have a great time, Dick.
You talked about women part of it. As you know, Bill and I are very big advocates on supporting and promoting women's side of golf and other things, other activities when it comes to the ladies out there. As we need every aspect, every gender out there to participate in golf in order for it to grow. For the ladies out there, they love to shop. They love to, you mentioned a spa package. So is that something that is offered as well on the Arthur Hills Trail, that ladies can maybe hit the town and do some shopping and all that stuff, wherever it is in Toledo, Ohio, that they can maybe participate in?
What a great concept for that is. We got good stuff, and we're on the same wavelength on promoting women in golf. We love the LPGA. We love all the whole thing, and women in golf is, one of the fastest growing segments in golf. And as I travel around and get to these resorts, I see a lot of women's golf groups visiting these places. You'll see them everywhere, and they don't really want to play 36 holes a day. They may want to play 18 holes in the morning. They might want to go to have a nice lunch, then go to the spa in the afternoon, maybe have a nice dinner at night. Maybe one day they want to go to a shopping venue, maybe play in the morning, then go shopping in the afternoon. We got all that in spades in Toledo. We've got 2 great outdoor malls. We got the Mall and the Levis Commons Mall, that are both these large outdoor kind of malls with a lot of restaurants, a lot of entertainment. All the high-end shops are there. Fabulous. Then we've got the Franklin Park Mall as well, plus some great shopping downtown. But there's a lot. I did an article in Ohio Golf Journal last month in the June edition of like 14 reasons to come to Toledo other than just play golf. There's all kinds of stuff. We have some great botanical gardens there. People don't realize it, but Toledo is well known for their botanical gardens. The zoo, the art museum is world famous. So we have great stuff in Toledo. People just don't realize. Not just golf. You know, we've got very inexpensive quality golf courses, but we've got all kinds of other stuff to do as well, Biggs.
Well, one thing I could see happening with the Arthur Hills Trail in Toledo, Ohio is, how about a romantic getaway for the boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife? You know, you could get away, play 9 holes in the morning, take the woman shopping, take her for her spa. You guys both enjoy the day in town, then come back and play another 9-hole, twilight, and then have dinner and enjoy something in town or something like that, and then get up the next day and play a different 9 holes, shopping, whatever the case might be, a show, whatever the case might be, little spa action, and then play another 9 holes in twilight. I could see this being a mixture and choose and pick on what you want to enjoy in Toledo, Ohio.
Bill, Biggsy, I got one more. I got one better for you. Everybody knows where Cedar Point is, right?
Yes.
Well, Maumee Bay State Park has great lodges there. Okay, we're working a package with them to get discounts on staying at their lodges. They got great cottages that are for families or anything like that. They got a beach there on the bay on Lake Erie. It's fantastic. Well, that's only about 35 minutes from Cedar Point. You could stay at the Maumee Bay State Park. Let the kids, whatever, take them over to the Cedar Point, or you could play golf at Maumee Bay State Park. You can play at one of the other Arthur Hills Golf Trail courses. The kids' family can go to the Cedar Point. You can catch up to them later. You can play golf in the morning, take them in the afternoon. We got all kinds of things we can do up in our place there.
Sounds like it's a great trip, and I'm totally looking forward to checking out Toledo.
I know the hashtag. I know we got to use hashtag Golf Toledo.
Yes.
Golf Toledo or hashtag AHJT, Arthur Hills Golf Trail.
How about both?
Yeah, that'd be perfect because they both unite each other, and that's the thing. You want that family orientated trips, especially when the husband can golf and the women can do what they want to do with the kids and stuff like that. It's important to have those things because a lot of people will turn themselves away if they can't bring the rest of the family. You know what I mean? A guy's more likely to take his whole family to a place where he can golf, have fun, have choices, and his wife and kids can still have plenty of fun.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, Bill and Fred, is that it could be actually a whole couple's vacation. So you could have 5-6 couples join you guys, and the guys play 9 holes in the morning, and then let the ladies go do their thing, and then enjoy another 18 holes in a different fashion at a different course or whatever the case might be on that Arthur Hills Trail.
That's absolutely true, Biggs. Any kind of thing they want to try and do. I've had people ask me for quotes for playing 36 a day at the same course, what the replay was, or playing 18 in one course in the morning, having some lunch, playing 18 in another course. All these courses you could play one in the morning, one in the afternoon. They're not that far apart, so you could flip flop however you want to do it. And you mentioned earlier we started talking about the ladies, and all of these courses are women friendly. They all have multiple tees. They have plenty of the landing area. There's not a lot of forced carries at any of these golf courses, so they're very, very friendly to women, very friendly to play.
All right, Fred, how can people find out more information about this Arthur Hills Trail?
ArthurHillsGolfTrail.com. Just go there.
Yep.
ArthurHillsGolfTrail.com, or they can send me an email at fred@back9mediagroup.com. That's fred@back with the number 9 mediagroup.com. Either way, and we'll get you answered. If you want some quotes, you want some more information, we'll shoot it back to you.
I got a question, Fred.
Yes,
do they have silverback tees?
Yes, we do.
I'm sorry, I couldn't let that one go by. Thanks.
Hey, Fred.
There was an advantage today. I took advantage of it. I loved it.
Fred,
absolutely.
We have about 4 more minutes here, Fred, with you, and I just wanted to give you some exposure to your media mongrel stuff that you have going on. Talk about Back 9 Report.
Yeah, we do Ohio Golf Journal, which goes out usually the second Wednesday of every month, but this month it came out yesterday, actually, on Tuesday for the July issue, because the Marathon Classic is going on right now in Toledo, and I wanted to get an article in there that we had about the Marathon Classic. I wanted to get it out to the public just a little bit ahead of the Classic starting on Thursday. So we came out on Tuesday this year. You can find that at OhioGolfJournal.com. Always have a wide variety of articles, information, travel, equipment reviews, opinion, all kinds of different stuff in there. We got some great writers that contribute articles for us. Then we also do the Michigan Golf Journal, which is a similar type thing. It focuses on golf news and information about golf stuff around Michigan. Right now, Michigan's hot with a couple of the young guys from up there. Joey Garber doing well on the PGA Tour, and Ryan Brem just won on the Corn Ferry Tour last week. He's a Michigan guy, so a lot of tournaments going on in Michigan right now. The LPGA is going to be up there next week. The PGA Tour was there last week. The Senior Tour, the Champions Tour is coming to Flint here a little bit later. So we do Ohio Golf Journal and Michigan Golf Journal. You can find those both at OhioGolfJournal.com, MichiganGolfJournal.com. We also do Back Nine Report radio show. You can find that on Blog Talk, iTunes, TuneIn. So we're out there everywhere. We also do Back Nine Report TV. You can find that on Roku. Back Nine, just search Back Nine Report TV on Roku. We have a lot of travel video on there. We got some great interviews on there. We talked to Annika Sorenstam last year, Nancy Lopez, Michael Wan, talked to Jan Stevenson, who just went into the World Golf Hall of Fame. Got some great interviews, some great travel stuff on there. We also got fitness stuff on there. And you can also find all those videos, guys, at back9report.com.
And I heard that Bill, the GolfFather Cuebas, once in a while makes a cameo appearance and does some cameo writing for you, huh?
Absolutely. Once in a while, when he gets the urge, he sends me something, and we try and put that in for him.
There you go. There you go. Bill, you enjoy doing that, though. I know that you love it.
Oh, yeah. I've been on Fred's radio show a couple of times. I love it. Yeah. I love the fact that we can all help each other. We all have different markets.
Yes.
Fred's in Ohio. He's trying to grow it. And if we can get it, into the Wisconsin area, which is not a long drive, anywhere we're at, we go to a lot of places, so why not? I live in Florida, and I've seen more around the country than I have in my own state. And I think helping promote other states is a plus. It has to be done. We have to. Otherwise, people aren't going to know what we have.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, guys, nobody's been promoting golf in Ohio that much, and so I've kind of taken on the burden of trying to start doing that. We started at Toledo, and if we can get this thing going, I'm going to use it more to spread out all over Ohio and promote Ohio golf a little bit more. Michigan, North Carolina, Alabama, Florida, they all get all the press on the golf.
Yes, they do.
There's a lot of great golf in Ohio, guys. Just nobody knows about it.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Phrase of the week this week, as a matter of fact, is Arthur Hills. Arthur Hills is our phrase of the week this week. Fred Altvater,
perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk. We wish you nothing but the best of luck, and I'm looking forward to making that visit to Toledo, Ohio.
We'll have to get you guys over, and thanks so much for having me on, guys. Always a pleasure.
All right, Fred. Thank you.
Billy, when you talk about golf and you talk about Midwestern, we all have talked about the Southwest area. We've already talked about you down there in the South. We've talked about Myrtle Beach and many other different areas. But when you talk about Midwest, you talk about Wisconsin, you talk about Chicago, you talk about Indiana, you have to throw in the mix Toledo, Ohio, and Arthur Hills Trail. And I really encourage everybody to check that out. So,
yep.
All right. I can't wait for us to check it out. That's going to be exciting. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm right there with you, brother.
Coming up next here on Bigg's Golf Talk is Bigg's Product of the Week. We'll be right back right after this.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
This is Bigg's Product of the Week. Each week, Big John and the GolfFather select a golf product to feature. Here is Big John Vick and Bill, the GolfFather Cuebas, with this week's Product of the Week.
Bigg's Product of the Week is sponsored by the U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in a local qualifier earlier on. We talked about the 36-hole challenge. It's going to be taking place in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. We hope to see you there. Visit usgolfchallenge.com for more information or biggsgolftalk.com for more information about a local qualifier near you. You must be 21 years of age to enjoy a great Tito's beverage, and friends, don't let friends drive drunk. And before we get to our Bigg's Product of the Week, we have some contest winners we need to announce there, Billy.
Yes. Drum roll, please.
And the Golf Energy Bars from our June giveaway. Congratulations to Scott Kafalas. Scott, you have 7 days from when this is posted on the podcast and you hear it on the podcast, so probably around 7 days from Monday or something like that, and to notify us via email, biggsgolftalk@gmail.com, and acknowledge that you are the winner. If we don't hear from you within the 7 days, we will draw a new winner. All right. Now, the Granddaddy Prize. We had over 1,000 entries on this prize. The Big Max IQ Plus trolley. Congratulations to Caleb Baker. Caleb Baker, you are the winner of the Big Max IQ Plus trolley. Again, get us your information within the next 7 days, and we'll pass that information on to the vendors if we don't hear from you within the next 7 days by email at biggsgolftalk, BIGGS golftalk @gmail.com. We will select another winner. So congratulations to winner. And Billy, what do we have for July? And that contest will be posted on Monday. What will we have for July?
Well, so far we got Tech, the rangefinders that we're both using.
Yes.
So, yes, I'm really excited. Every year we go visit their booth and learn what's new with their systems and everything. So they were kind enough that we're actually going to have multiple giveaways of Techs this year. So I'm really excited for that. There might be some more in July, but we definitely, in addition to Tech, golfballs.com has decided to give away a dozen golf balls to one lucky winner. They're going to get to pick their golf balls. So, and pick the customization on it. So we're looking forward to that. All the rest of the details on how to enter and what the official prize is going to be, where you can choose, what you can add, whether it be a picture or monogram, whatever it's going to be. It'll be posted on Monday, of course. And we wish everybody a good luck. Get those entries in and stay tuned. We might have a few more. We're in the works to add to this month's giveaways.
Absolutely. So thank you to those vendors for our July giveaway. Let me tell you, folks, you won't be disappointed with that Tech. As a matter of fact, ask Billy. I was heartbroken because I thought that my Tech rangefinder was stolen, a new one that they came out with that they sent me to review. I had it in my golf bag, and I thought it was history. Well, it wasn't. I found it deep in one of my pockets, so they moved it from one pocket where I usually keep it to another pocket, and I really thought it was gone. I think they opened it to see what was in it, and then they put it in the wrong pocket. But I did find it, and I'm very thankful for that because I love this thing. I mean, the optics to this thing and the accuracy of this thing, and now they included slope and vibration and all that stuff. We'll get more into that later on, but man, you guys won't be disappointed when you enter that contest, and hopefully you win one for yourself. That's not our Biggs product of the week. Billy, what is our Biggs product of the week this week?
Biggs product of the week. I don't know if it's just one Biggs. I don't know how I feel, but the particular product that it is the Dryjoys Tour Limited Edition golf shoes, USA. These things are beautiful. I know you got to see them. I believe yours were ordered the same day that you saw mine.
Yes.
So you went out to purchase. Several other people on the golf course, when they saw them and they saw, how inexpensive they were, being limited edition Dryjoys, they were like, huh? Originally, they wanted to get, like Gary Woodland special editions, and they was like, you know what? I'm not waiting. I'm buying these. So they ranged all the way up to like size 13 wides and everything like that. Also, one of the guys that we were golfing with, he was like, I'm done. I'm in. I'm buying those. They were a big hit.
I think we sold 4 pairs of those Footjoys within the time that we were on the golf course.
And the only complaint we had about them, Biggs, was that they weren't available for women.
Right.
That was the only thing. Some of the women, wear men's sizes, and they wanted them.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, man, it was so disappointing. And the only reason we know is because they were coming to us. They were actually trying to order them right from the course.
Right.
And they have a vendor at Footjoy inside of Prairie View, and they weren't available for them, but they were really trying to get these. So if Footjoy ever decides to run them again on these limited editions, hopefully they'll either put smaller sizes or make a woman's line, because these things representing the USA is beautiful.
You know what? There's another option for that, Billy. When you don't find your size and you don't find what you're wearing there, how about customizing your own Footjoys, because they do offer that.
Yeah, they got my joints, and I have a pair of those. You saw the ones that I made. I made a GolfFather pair, and I made a Folds of Honor pair. And I wear those around the different events as well. I mean, they're great shoes. They're reasonably priced. And but I fell in love with these. I needed the USAs, and I went out. I have the glove. I have a Footjoy glove, a face-off glove, which I love. Is actually with the flag, the same exact USA flag. And then I also got an outfit. And the outfit is from the limited edition, also, and it's USA. And at that particular time, this month, July, we had July 4th and everything. I love representing our country, you know what I mean? And we fight all the time to help spread this word, that the Folds of Honor mission is doing. And we do all these live events and that we go to. And I don't care, even when in French Lick, I was representing USA, They had 37 different countries in French Lick, and the girls are still battling out 3 days of a tough golf course, but fair golf course. These girls are from every part of the world, and they were showing their pride, and I was showing mine. This country is awesome. I love the USA.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, Footjoy is a solidified name in the golfing industry when it comes to footwear and socks and all those, and gloves and things like that. And
number one shoe in golf.
Yeah, and hopefully at some point, they're a tough company to get on the show. Hopefully at some point we'll get Footjoy here on the show. But I personally have reached out. I know, Bill, you've attempted a couple times.
Well, you know what, Biggs? It's actually on the works. The only reason that it wasn't able to happen most recently was because of the 4th of July.
Yeah.
The day that it fell on, a lot of the people were taking vacation to have those 4 days off. But it's coming really, really soon. It's in the works. We have several representatives that are willing to do the show, and it's tough to get them on, but we're going to get them on. We're going to have them on, and they're going to tell us why they're the number one shoe in golf and the number one glove in golf.
Absolutely. Billy, how can people find out more information about those USA limited edition Dryjoys? And if they can't find that, then they can find other ways to customize their own shoes.
Absolutely.
Their own red, white, and blue style.
Biggs, it's simple, man. Go to footjoy.com, Foot joy.com. The Dryjoys Tour Limited Edition are right up there. You can't go wrong. The style of shoe has like 5 or 6 different styles. USA is right on the top because it's the limited edition one. Right from that link, if you decided you want Footjoys instead of My Joys, they don't have your size, you can get a similar shoe from Footjoy. You want to customize your shoe. You don't want the USA. You want to represent something else, your football team, your baseball team, anything you want. You just simply hit that link right there for My Joys, and you can create your own. You can make anything you want.
You know, we heard from Brendan Sweeney earlier on today and how he customizes his own shoes, golf shoes.
Yes.
Handmade, literally hand done. So you can also represent another charity out there, whether it be Big Brothers,
Absolutely.
Big Sisters, Foes of Honor, Warriors of Freedom, or any other kind of charity out there. Breast cancer awareness,
autism spectrum, anything.
Yes,
there's so many ways to go.
Yeah, any way you want to go. Footjoy seems to be doing it right, and we highly recommend going through them if you want to do it. So we want to thank you, Footjoy, for showing your support for our USA, and I'll tell you what, it is a great-looking shoe. It is sleek, it is classy, and it's not overdone.
Nope, not at all.
So
I love it.
I love it.
It's
too.
a great way to go.
Yep. All right, Billy. So Footjoy, our Biggs product of the week, and we hope that people check it out. And Biggs product of the week is sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup by participating in a local qualifier around your area, and then move on to Myrtle Beach to the Nationals. And then from there, you could be on Team USA. USGolfChallenge.com. Billy, that does it for another great show. Once again, congratulations to Caleb Baker and Scott Kafalis on being the winners of our June giveaways. And, Billy, I know you're going to be leaving French Lick fairly soon, and hopefully you'll get some rest and get some golf out this week, huh?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back and golfing with the boys. I got to get back so I can get my stitches out of my head. So, yeah, that's the first thing I got to do. They're only supposed to be in for 10 days, and I'm running on 11. So, the swelling's finally gone down. So, next step is yank them out, brother.
Absolutely. All right, brother. I hope you get those out and hope you feel better real soon. For Bill, the GolfFather Cuebas, for Amanda, the Golf Diva Robertson, I am Big John Vick. This has been Big's Golf Talk. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening, everybody, and good golfing. You matter.
It's Saturday morning. We're gonna play golf. The wife is moaning. We're gonna play golf. The kids are all screaming like someone's gonna die. The grass needs mowing, it's 2 feet high. But the boys are cold, so we're gonna play golf. Golf course, here I come. Play golf. It'll turn you lazy. Play golf. It'll make you crazy. Something strange happens to your brain when you take a big swing with that little white ball. It don't matter if we win or we lose. Even birdie par and double bogey too. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Nice shot, Arnold. In-laws are coming over. We're gonna play golf. The smoke alarm's beeping.